Hello students, I'm Stacy Schmidt, the International Student Advisor at NSU. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process of enrolling in health insurance. The health insurance is required for all international students studying in South Dakota. And we realize that you may already have a policy. However, we are required to ask you to purchase one of the policies through the South Dakota Board of Regents. Health insurance costs are very expensive in the United States, and we need to make sure that all students are covered while they are here. Please make sure to follow the link on your email that you received to www.isoa.org/northern_state_university. This will bring you to the main page, which shows the different policies that we offer. Please do not just choose the cheapest plan option. Make sure that you review both policies to make sure that you choose the right one for you. The ISO Care for South Dakota system is a more expensive plan, but it does give you more coverage. If you click on the link, it will show you the coverage information. It covers things like intramural sports and cheerleading, which the other policy does not. So if you are injured while playing an intramural sport such as basketball or soccer, you would not be covered under the other policy. This policy also covers pre-existing conditions, which means things that you may have already seen a doctor for or you are already taking medication for. Make sure to choose the plan that you have any current illnesses that require a physician's attention. You can click on the age and get the different rates to see if it will cost you more if you're an older student. So you can click on the rates to see what that cost will be per month. You can also click on the view brochure and open up the PDF file that will give you a little bit more information about the plan. So this is a 13-page document that you can print this off and review that information. The Med 1 for South Dakota plan is a basic health policy, and it gives you very limited coverage. Again, make sure that you view the brochure and all of the details of the policy so that you can choose the right policy for yourself. You may want to print both of the brochures and visit with your family members about this to make sure that you are choosing the right policy. After you have decided which policy is the best fit for you, then you're going to want to click on the Buy button. I'm going to choose the ISO Care for South Dakota. This will bring up where you type in your personal information, and here I'm going to type in my name, and I'm a female, and you'll want to put in your birthday. I'm going to use a birth date that's closer in years to what you are. So this will give you a better idea of the coverage amount. Your student ID number is your ID number that is on your email that you received, and it starts with a 7. The main purpose of your stay in the United States, you are an international student, and your current visa type is F1. Your home country, make sure you fill in your home country. I'm just going to choose Australia for now. That's not my home country, but make sure you choose your home country. Your school is South Dakota, and it's Northern State University. After you've filled out all this information, then you click Next. On this page, you're going to put in your Northern email address. This email address is also included in the email you received about the health insurance, and it's usually your first name, your last name, and at wolves.northern.edu. You'll want to confirm this email address. And then you're also going to want to create a password and confirm that password. Under your U.S. contact information, the zip code for Aberdeen is 57401. That will populate Aberdeen, South Dakota for you. In the address field, you want to make sure that you put your NSU campus mailbox. That mailbox number was also sent to you in the email regarding insurance. You'll want to type NSU box and then your box number. In the optional address box, you don't need to fill anything in there because there's nothing else that you need to include. For mobile phone number, make sure that you put in your cell phone number that you have, or at least a contact number of someone that can be reached if they need to get a hold of you. And your home number, if you have a home number that you can put in that box, go ahead and fill that in as well. How did you hear about us? Please select School Advisor there. So now you have your account information filled out. Go ahead and click Next. This screen will show you the insurance plan that you chose again, and at this time you can change that if you chose the wrong one. Your start of your insurance will be on August 1st, 2015. This allows for coverage for you while you're traveling to the United States, so we make sure that that coverage starts on August 1st. You will have 5 months of coverage, and then after the 5 months, if you are attending NSU for the spring semester, you would need to reapply for the health insurance for the spring semester. Again, here is your amount of what you will be billed. There's an annual service fee of $16, so your total amount is $441. This is for someone as my age choosing the ISO Care for South Dakota system. This will be billed to you directly. Include dependents. If you are coming here with any children or a spouse, you would want to click this box. However, most of you will not have a spouse or children with you. So go ahead and click Next. Here is where the payment method, so we need your debit or credit card information. So please enter the number that you will be using. Make sure that this is a active credit card. Right now I'm just going to enter X's in. Make sure and click the expiration date. And make sure you add the security code on the back. Make sure you put on the name of who's on the card. So if this is your parent or a friend or a relative, make sure and put that name on in the information. Again, the cardholder phone number, so that would be if it's a parent or someone else, make sure that their phone number is listed. And then again, the email address of that cardholder. And the country of where that person is living. I'm going to choose Australia as well. Actually, I'm going to choose the country and a zip code and the city. And also the address of the person that will be using the credit card. Okay, once you have that all filled out, then you are going to want to click I have read the policy and agree to the terms and conditions of your purchase. There will be a refund of $50 if you cancel the processing fee. So just to let you know that there'll be less $50 if you end up having to cancel your insurance. Then go ahead and click the Next button. This screen will give you a receipt for your insurance enrollment, and you're going to want to do all 3 things. First of all, I would print a receipt, so click on the Print Receipt button. This is going to give you your receipt showing how much you've paid for the insurance. So make sure that you print this out. There's a little print button here. Make sure and print this and keep a copy for yourself. Back on the other page, you'll want to email yourself a receipt. So click on the email your receipt. And at this time, I would also like to have you email a receipt to our International Programs Office. So an additional email address that you could send this to, showing that you have enrolled in the health insurance, would be to send it to Erin Giovannini. and her email address is typed below. m.aaron.giovanini@northern.edu. So make sure that you send an additional email of enrollment confirmation to this email address. And then click send. The last thing you'll want to do is make sure that you print an ID card. So select the print ID card, and you're going to get a 2-page document. And if you scroll down at the bottom, it's going to show you what looks like 2 cards on the bottom of the page. These are your insurance cards. Normally you would print this out and maybe put them back to back and put them in your wallet, your purse. You could print a couple of copies so that you have them in your room and in a couple different locations in case you ever need them. You will need to have your insurance card anytime that you visit a physician or a nurse. So you'll want to make sure that you have these whenever you are here in the United States. So make sure and print those out. Print a couple of those out, okay? And finally, you can ask to have a printed ID card sent to you, which would be sent to you at your campus mailbox. So that would be here on campus when you arrive. So if you want to make sure you have a card, you would click on this box. However, I think that it's probably okay to just do the PDF version and print your own. But if you want to be safe, go ahead and click on the other one to have them send you a printed ID card. And then go ahead and click done. Again, there's a final step that you can do, and I would recommend clicking on the email me all of the documents. Again, you're going to get a printed ID card, a print confirmation email, and viewing your insurance plan. So I would click on the email me all again, and that way you will get all of that information in your Northern email. So you've kind of covered yourself on 3 different ways and have all of this information. Make sure that you keep it safe and keep it in your email in case you ever need to go back and find it. Okay, you are now enrolled in the health insurance. Another step finished on your way to Northern State University. So if you have any questions, please contact our office. But I think right now this is all you should need for the health insurance. Thanks much.